number 3 on the inside, 2 from Duke Center, Pennsylvania, the Cowan Trucking entry of Todd Andrews. Outside of him from Parkersburg, the number 30, Simonton Windows, number 30 of Steve Shaver. Row number 2 on the inside from Beverly, West Virginia, the J. Rods Vending, H00 of Chuck Harper. Outside him in the Hammett Trucking, number 13 will be Frank Wilson of Pennsboro. Row number 3 on the inside in the Athens, Ohio driver, the Wood Motorsports, number 34, Jeff Wood. Outside of him from York, Pennsylvania, the Ray Vest Excavating, number 24, is Rick Eckert. And back by himself, row number 4, the M3-3, Ken Mack Lumber, M3-3 entry of Mac Hazley. That's your lineup for your first heat race in the late model division.
Oh.
Are we planning an intermission?
He showed up at the wrong racetrack.
Oh, right, hi.
He waved. We supposed to wave on the race course.
10 laps, top 4 finishers to tonight's feature race. Pick yourselves out a winner and hang on to your seats. If this is half as good as last night, you all are in for a treat as they put on a door-to-door war all night last night at the Skyline Speedway.
Let's go.
Bill's Ford pace car paces the field. We're ready to go racing. Next lap by. Oh, man.
I don't know what to try. Wait for the rain to show up.
Now, why didn't you wait on those times?
Checking an oil leak on the M3-3 car. Everything looks good, and they're ready to go racing. Next lap around, they will start at the chalk line on the front straightaway with Todd Andrews, your pole sitter, and Steve Shaver outside of him. They'll pace the field into 3 and off of 4 as we get ready to start our first heat race tonight for the Short Track Auto Racing Series Stars Late Models. Flags are up, the Ford on the inside, Chevy on the outside. Here we go. Checkered flags up and out for your winner in the Ford, Todd Andrews. He's followed up by Steve Shaver, Chuck Harper, and Jeff Wood. So, Todd Andrews, Steve Shaver, Chuck Harper, and Jeff Wood qualify for tonight's 50-lap main event. Your winner from Marion Center, Pennsylvania, Duke Center, Pennsylvania, Todd Andrews. Heat number 2 now on deck. 10 laps once again. The top 4 go into tonight's feature race. Are there any Ford lovers out there that like seeing that Ford run up front? Let's hear it. Yeah. Nice to see something different every now and then, isn't it? Heat number 2 on the inside. The number 25 is Mike Benedum. Outside of him, and the number 68, Tim Hitt from Weston. Row number 2, the Tucker County trucking entry of Denny Chamberlain. Outside of him, the Floodwall flyer, Mike Balzano.
88's not here.
The 00 is Booper Bear out of Rockbridge, Bath, Virginia. And the number 38 from Mineral Wells, West Virginia, Rap Chevron car of Kenny Johnson.
88's not moving.
Okay.
Okay.
It's right.
Okay, here he comes.
Car off there.
Man, I love that car, Chamberlain's.
It's sharp, isn't it? I like Booper Bears even. That purple is different.
too.
Really, that new, all that colored aluminum anymore has made a big improvement. It was all white for so long. Benedum and Hitt lead them off of 3 and off of 4 to the chalk line where we'll start the second race. Benedum on the inside, Hitt on the outside, down the back straightaway. Tim Hitt grabs the lead. Mike Benedum won't go away, stays right glued to the quarter panel as they head into 3. Benedum now working the bottom of the track. They're side by side off 4.
Not that way, though.
Mike Benedum just refusing to go away, hangs in there for the second spot. Balzano 3rd, and Booper Bear is on the bubble. 2 laps to go. Checkered flag up and out for your winner from Weston, Tim Hitt, Mike Benedum, Mike Balzano, and Booper Bear, the top 4. Your winner out of Weston in the Dream Racing Engines Rocket Race Car, Tim Hitt. Mike Benedum, Mike Balzano, and Booper Bear all progress to tonight's 50-lap main event.
Oh, Butch McGill's in this one.
Who's on the outside of the front row? I got RG3.
RG3.
I got RG.
RG3 and 87.
RG3. Oh,
On the inside.
Okay.
Yeah, RG3's on the inside, 87 on the outside.
oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I just wanted to.
I just wrote down RJ.
I can understand why.
Yeah, really. Really.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. That ain't no big deal. Heat race number 3 now rolls to the track. On the pole from Bedford, Pennsylvania, the Bedford Bullet, Bob Salathy. Outside of him, the 1995 late model track champion, the Travis Auto Parts 87 of Butch McGill. Row number 2, the 87 from Wheelersburg, Ohio, it's Barry Bragdon. Outside of him from Cambridge, Ohio, the number 12 is Doug Dodd. In the 03 car from St. Mary's, West Virginia, it's Bill Childers. Outside of him, the number 11 from Jacksonburg, West Virginia. In the F&B Steel car, it's Scott Irvin. 10 laps, top 4 to tonight's feature race.
Yeah, finish your second, third.
How about a quarter long?
Yeah, you can rip.
Flags are up. Salathy McGill lead him off the corner.
Come on, Southie.
Side by side for the lead now. McGill on the bottom, Salathy on the top. Put a clock on him. He looks like he's really cooking.
I gotta stop one.
That's all right. I'm just curious. He really looks good. Doug Dodd now starting to apply the pressure for that second spot in earnest. He drives to the bottom of the track underneath Butch McGill down the back straightaway. 2 laps to go this time by. Into 3 and off of 4 for the final time. Your winner, the Bedford Bullet, Bob Salathy. He's followed by Butch McGill, Doug Dodd, and Barry Bragdon. Those top 4 cars will advance to tonight's main event. Now it's time for the Iskey Racing Cams Fast Dash. The Fast Dash event is being sponsored by Iskey Racing Cams of Gardenia, California. The Iskey Racing Cams Fast Dash winner will receive $100 cash for his efforts, provided the Iskey Racing Cams Fast Dash winner meets the requirements of the Iskey Racing Cams Fast Dash program. Iskey Racing Cams of Gardenia, California, the leader of motorsports racing cams.
Say that fast, real.
Try reading this 2 nights in a row.
Last
You
night,
gotta have it memorized, sweetie.
last
I
night,
did go into study.
some guy was had for sale a Chevy.
Stuff every time. You get to the last line, you almost read it without screwing it up, and you'll blow the line. On the pole in the Big Johnson t-shirt, Masterbuilt number 99, Dresden, Ohio's Donnie Moran. Outside him, the 2J from Imperial, Pennsylvania, it's Mike Johnson. In the Hartley Trucking number 32 from Ravenswood, West Virginia, it's Scott Hartley. Outside of him, the Don Sally number 15 car from Ashland, Kentucky, Steve Francis. Your second fast qualifier in your final row, the 15 from Georgetown, Cadiz, Ohio, it's Scott Peltz. And your fast qualifier of the evening, the number 39 Henry's Radiator Service car from Bradley, West Virginia, Henry Hornsby.
None of our local guys made them.
Yeah.
Fast dash.
Moran and Johnson come lead them off of 4 with the green flag ready to be displayed. And that was pretty evident why the green flag didn't stay out. We'll line them back up again and try it all.
Some of these big
Crawled out.
And when they crawled out.
Yeah. How they crawled out. I wonder if they've evolved.
Better.
Your leader down the back straightaway into 3 and 4, Mike Johnson. Here comes Moran on the bottom. Moran dives to the bottom of the track. Johnson holds the top down the back straightaway. Halfway this time by, Mike Johnson leads Donnie Moran, Scott Hartley, Steve Francis, Scott Peltz, and Henry Hornsby. Down the back straightaway, the final time. Johnson's into 3, nice and easy. Off of 4 on the cushion. Your winner, the 2J, Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson, Donnie Moran, Scott Hartley, Steve Francis, Scott Peltz, and Henry Hornsby. That'll pay how they line up. As your pole sitter for tonight's feature race will be your dash winner, the 2J from Imperial, Pennsylvania, Mike Johnson. It's the place to start up here is the outside pole. Drive off the high side.
Here's exactly what he does.
Fast qualifier in your UMP modified.
75 is Steve Weigel. The number 10, Donnie Netting, row 2. And the 00 of Ron Roncaglione from Linesville, Pennsylvania. Row number 3 is Gary Midcap Jr. in the 36 out of New Martinsville, West Virginia. A payoff between the Skyline and Tyler County Speedway this summer in all divisions. Ed Probst is Steve Weigel. Lead him to the chalk line.
Oh no, we had 8. Yeah.
Shut him out.
That's coming. Donnie's side.
It's a 2-horse battle as we approach the halfway mark. Ed Probst and Steve Weigel driving away with the field.
There's somebody left their headlights on. Gray van, Indy 3636.
Indy 36.
Thank you, sir. Sure. You can say hi to Ronnie Campana too. I appreciate it. You can say hi to Ronnie Campana too. I appreciate it. Ronnie Campana, by the way.
I can't hear you.
Ronnie Campana. You can say hi.
Ronnie Campana.
Thank you.
Your winner in your first AMRA heat race of the evening, Ed Probst in the 33s, followed by Steve Weigel, Gary Midcap, Donnie Netting, and Ron Roncaglione. You have a gray van, license ND 3636. You need to turn your lights off. You've left them on. A gray van, license number ND 3636. And we'll say hi to Ron Campana. Give him a nice hand from Peyton City, the winner of your first modified heat race, the 33 of Ed Probst. Hey, Gary.
Yeah.
Did you hear what that explosion was last night? Share a guitar for me. Wilson and Dixon lead them side by side off the fourth turn. Still side by side down the back straightaway. Wilson on the inside, Dixon on the outside. This is just the way they did it last Saturday night. Still side by side for the lead. Wilson's going to drive out front.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he sure can. That's better. Good stuff.
Off of four for the final time. Your winner from Sistersville, Mike Bird Wilson. He's going to be followed in by Mark Dixon, Pat Garrett, Todd Roncaglione, and Tony Perkins.
Street stock.
Yep.
And then we're on all the street stock, and then we're coming back with a Honda.
Yep.
And then we're going to run our UMP modified, right? Maybe.
Next up, your AMRA stock car first heat race.
Oh, mercy.
Yes, sir.
We changed him according to the sheet.
On the pole, the number 44 is Terry Yater. Outside of him in the 10 is Brian Rush. The number 4 is flying Brian Schaefer. Steve Thomas in the 57. The 57J is Jenny Thomas. The number 3 is, what's his name?
Number 0 is Todd.
Number 3 is Tommy Powell. We're waiting for him out there. Number 13 car on the Speedway is Rick Yater, and the 01 is John Powell. Continued support as you use your quarter and see it goes a long, long way. Here we're ready to go in the first stock car heat race of the evening. Yater and the number 10 of Rush lead them to the line. Doing a good job too, no more these races. Brian Rush, your leader, the number 10 car. That was just a matter of time to do that. Caution.
I got up at 7:15. You still been asleep.
I'm still missing. I just can't get rested.
What happened?
Tied up.
I didn't think so, but I said they're paying.
Come on, Brian.
They're Schaefer on the inside, Powell on the outside, or Rush on the outside rather. Still side by side for lead. Brian Rush holding the cushion. Brian Schaefer on the bottom. Halfway through this time by. Yeah, he did. He just showed him the quarter panel, didn't he? Yeah, he didn't, Off of 4 for the final time. Here comes your leader and winner, Brian Schaefer, in a race for second. 3 wide off the corner. It's Rush, Powell, and Thomas.
Can I get the finish of the modifieds, 2 heat races, top 4?
Number 11 is Joey Lipscomb. Outside of him, the number 33 is Brian Probst. S95, Steve Fletcher, and Racing Ray Shaw in the 15. Tim Marty in the 2. And the number 5, Mitch Gillen out of Coolville, Ohio. And the 25 is Gary Nolinger out of Wheeling, West Virginia. Winner in the stock car division in the 33 car. Fletcher and Shaw, row 2. Marty and Gillen, row 3. And Nolinger rounds out the field. Here they come to the stripe. Oh, he'll hammer him. He'll run off the line. Race on for second. Ray Shaw drives to the bottom of the track underneath the number 11 car and tries to take the spot away. He's still moving. Shoot. Caution flag falls on the speedway for Tim Marty's Ford as it sits at the bottom of 3 and 4. Your leader and going to the bank, the number 33 of Brian Probst. Stock cars. Keep saying modifieds. Mitch Gillen takes over the 3rd spot with an outside pass of the number 11 of Lipscomb down the back straightaway. Brian Probst heading for the barn. checkered flags out. Here comes your winner, Brian Probst, side by side for the second spot. Off the corner, it's going to be Mitch Gillen ahead of Ray Schau. Number 11, Joey Lipscomb, Gary Nolier, Steve Fletcher, and Tim Marty. Good racing in the stock car division once again. Your winner from Payton City, the number 33 of Brian Probst.
Top four.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
12 laps, top 4 finishers go into tonight's 50-lap main event in tonight's Outerwears Pre-Filters B-Main. The B-Main is being sponsored by Outerwears Pre-Filters of Kalamazoo, Michigan, the official B-Main sponsor of Stars. Any Stars driver not transferring to the feature event will receive points toward the Outerwear Pre-Filters B-Main Points Fund. Outerwear Pre-Filters, the industry leader for all pre-filtering needs. Give him a hand. He's your winner of the second stock car heat race of the evening, Brian Probst.
Remind people Mirror Wells is running tomorrow night. Make sure
Okay.
RC's getting plugged.
I am. I'm plugging them all I can. Yeah. I know, Gary. I'm not, that's not you. I didn't mean that. Hey, tomorrow night at the West Virginia Motor Speedway, they'll be running the twin 20-lap late model features. AMRA Modifieds and AMRA stock cars. Tomorrow night, the West Virginia Motor Speedway, the place where speed excels. Gates open at 5 p.m. Qualifying starts at 7:30 p.m. The West Virginia Motor Speedway just off I-77 at Mineral Wells, West Virginia. The 31 is Denny Chamberlain, 03 Bill Childers, 13 Frank Wilson, 38 Kenny Johnson. M3 and 3 Mac Hazley, and the 88 Brian Williams. Here, guys, we can make her short.
Yeah, it looks great up here to me. The only thing I see is clear up on top. No one's there anyway.
Flags are up. Chamberlain leads them off the corner.
Oh, it's a very Denny.
No, nothing happened. He didn't get in the green.
Take any kind of intermission. Probably out there.
Flags up once again. Chamberlain and Childers lead them off of 4.
Gee whiz, Frank.
Side by side for the lead, Childers and Chamberlain. Outerwears B main. A caution flag falls for Mac Hazley. The top.
I'm not putting it on
It's heck of a race up front.
James really had that left front up near that time.
gotta be hammered on it. Checkered flag up and out for your winner, Denny Chamberlain.
What you guys have for second?
03.
03.
Okay, so Denny Chamberlain, your winner. Bill Childers, second. Frank Wilson, third. And Kenny Johnson will go into tonight's 50-lap Stars Short Track Auto Racing Series feature event. Good racing, side-by-side, clean racing in the B-Main Outerwears race. Your feature lineup, the 2J on the pole will be Mike Johnson. Outside of him, Donnie Moran in the 99. Row number 2, Scott Hartley in the 32. And the number 15 is Steve Francis. 15P, Scott Peltz. Outside of him, the 39 of Henry Hornsby. Todd Andrews in the 42 in row number 4. Outside of him, Tim Hitt in the 68. Row number 5, Bob Salathy in the RG3. Outside of him, Steve Shaver from Parkersburg in the 30. In the next row, number 25 is Mike Benedum. Outside of him, Butch McGill. Chuck Harper in the H00. Outside of him, 20.
No. E1.
Outside of him in the E1 is Mike Balzano. 12 is Doug Dodd. Outside of him, the 34 is Jeff Wood. The 00, Booper Bear and Barry Bragdon will be the next row. Then come your consolation cars, the 31 of Denny Chamberlain, 03 Bill Childers, Frank Wilson, the 13, Kenny Johnson in the 38, and the provisional Stars top point man, the 24 of Rick Eckert.
We need a 42. Yeah. You can put Peltz at 22.
We got 23 cars. Somebody in here.
We're ready to roll in tonight's 50-lap Stars late model feature, the Short Track Auto Racing Series. 50 laps, $5,000 to tonight's winner.
Yeah, it is. Well, I ain't gonna announce it though. Stop that.
Let's get him bunched up and go. Tell him to get him bunched up and go. Just need to have this back.
No, you ain't standing there, Brett. Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't need it.
See?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Let me move this out of your way. I'm all right. Mike Johnson and Donnie Moran, your front row as they go down the back stretch. The final time on a warm-up lap. They will start this coming lap off of 4. Johnson on the inside, Moran on the outside, Hartley and Francis, row 2. Peltz and Hornsby, row 3. Andrews and Hitt, here they come off the 4th turn. Green flags up and out. Leader in the end of lap 1 is going to be Mike Johnson. Steve Francis working the inside beside Donnie Moran. Leader. Traffic heavy in the back of the pack as some of the hot shoes work their way to the back. Francis works the bottom of the track beside Johnson. Mike Benedum and Todd Andrews making a move to get into the top 6. Francis coming on the bottom, underneath of Johnson. Francis now really starting to apply the pressure, works to the bottom of the track. Johnson on the top, side by side at the flag stand. Mike Benedum now shoots into the 4th position. into 15, Steve Francis. Mike Benedum now working for a top 3 position as he drives underneath Donnie Moran and down the backstretch. Leader starting to approach lap traffic now. Wilson off the pace, he drops out in the 13 car. Mike Benedum now pulls up as he drives for the second spot. Traffic for the leaders. Benedum now works the bottom of the track. He's trying to take away second and does so. Racing in the pack. Francis out front, Benedum second, Johnson third. Henry Hornsby now moves his way into the 4th position. Hornsby now looking for the 3rd spot, trying to get around Booper Bear. Johnson on the outside, going to hold him off. Benedum now really starting to apply the pressure for the lead. Drives to the bottom of the track and a drive for the lead, side by side down the back straightaway, and the caution flag falls. How about Mike Benedum coming from 11th spot to press for the lead?
Yellow Booper Bear.
Yeah, how many laps are in, please?
21 laps.
21 laps.
21 laps down in a 50-lap main event. Your leader, Steve Francis, right behind him, the Bristol Bullet, Mike Benedum.
Okay, double zeros out.
Got 3 laps.
Double zero out. Double zero out.
Booper Bear retires to the infield.
Let's get him lined up as quickly as possible, please.
That's all. 31 laps, 38 laps, that's it.
Let's get him lined up.
39 goes behind the 31, then the 2.
That's hard.
Okay, 32 tail, 32 tail.
Caution flag falls for Scott Hartley. He'll go tail side in the number 32. Lineup will stay the same otherwise.
31 there behind the 21 down there.
21 laps down, we're ready to go racing in our Stars late model feature event.
Go.
Get out of the way, guys. Steve Francis, your leader. Mike Benedum in second. Here we go. Henry Hornsby now makes his way past the lap cars. Todd Andrews trying to work on that 4th position. underneath Francis down the back straightaway, trying to make a move for the lead. This time by your leader, Steve Francis, Mike Benedum, Henry Hornsby, Todd Andrews, and Mike Johnson, the top 5. Hornsby now starts to draw in and goes up the high side. Benedum on the bottom, Hornsby working the top. Francis moves to the cushion, trying to get a bite for the 15 car. Tim Hitt now moves into the 6th position. Top 5 move for the hit. Todd Andrews now works the bottom of the track, trying to take away 3rd from Henry Hornsby. Steve Francis starting to approach the lap traffic once again. 87 out, 87 out. Still racing, still racing. Steve Francis in heavy traffic. Got a nice lead on Mike Benedum. Henry Hornsby 3rd, Todd Andrews 4th. Tim Hitt in the top 5, making a move, go up to the front. Francis now in heavy traffic. Mike Benedum's chance to chase him down. Todd Andrews now takes over the 3rd position. He works his way in toward the 2nd place car of Mike Benedum. Francis still in the heavy traffic. Benedum trying to make his move with 5 laps to go. To go this time by Steve Francis, working his way through lap cars. Mike Benedum second. Todd Andrews looking at him right on his back bumper now for that second spot in third. Tim Hitt now moves into the 4th position. Henry Hornsby 5th. White flag out one final time around the Speedway. Into 3 for the final time, off of 4, checkered flag waving for your winner, Steve Francis. He's followed by Mike Benedum, Todd Andrews, Tim Hitt, and Henry Hornsby.
Whoa, crash almost. Okay, I'll be right back.
Been 2 from 2, not taking nothing away from Mike. You know, he won a heck of a race last night, but we were leading that deal and broke a rear end. If it hadn't been for that, we might have been 2 for 2 and been in pretty good shape in the points.
Yeah, excellent drive tonight. Had some company up there with you for a while till you got to the lap cars.
Yeah, I didn't know who that was. They kept telling me it was a 25 car, and I was trying to go through my head, who's 25? I tell you what, I got to give that guy a lot of credit. He ran one heck of a race.
Yeah, Mike's a fan favorite here, a regular at the Speedway, but tonight was your night. Perfect track conditions, it looked like, for your car.
Yeah, when it started getting slicker there toward the middle end of the race, the car got better, got to getting all 4 wheels back on the ground. Like I said, I got to really give a lot of credit to Mike. He raced me clean, never rubbed me, you know, give me plenty of racetrack, and, you know, he raced me all over the place.
Let's give him a nice hand tonight. Stars late model winner, Steve Francis.
I don't know if we deserve it, but we earned
You're still covering it up a little bit. There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everett Thomas, we got a phone number. You need to make a call. Everett Thomas and laps.
Yeah, 15 laps.
15 laps in the AMRA Modified feature event. Oh, they're beating in the back and in the back. Your early leader, Mike Wilson, jumps out front, going to be followed by Probst and Dixon. Steve Waggle making a drive to the bottom of the track, trying to take away third from Dixon. What do you do, wipe my stuff? While it's going? No, not you. Not you. Wilson and Probst really stretching out the lead. Dixon and Weigel running a close third and fourth. Ed Probst starting to put the pressure on Wilson at the halfway mark. Leaders now in the lap traffic. Mike Wilson moving to the bottom. Probst right there with him as we head toward the end of the race. Pat Garrett driving up there in the fifth to make it a three-car battle for the third spot. The laps are winding down. Mike Wilson still your leader with 2 laps to go. White flag out for your leaders. One final time down the back straightaway, and a yellow falls for Donnie Netting's number 10 car. Two-lap shootout to the finish. It's Wilson, Probst, Dixon, Weigel, and the G3 of Pat Garrett. Probst drives to the bottom of the track inside of Wilson with a lap to go. Wilson locks up the brakes and Dixon piles into him as Wilson loses the handle, and they're still piling them up down there.
Wilson all by himself.
Mike Wilson has the car go around at the bottom of the speedway, and Mark Dixon with nowhere to go slides into him.
I don't think he was. I didn't see him touch him. You put him on the tail, you put him on the tail, but
36 now.
Gary Midcap Jr. also going to retire from tonight's events with damage from that last fracas.
120. So he is
Going to call the caution flag on the 33 car as Ed Probst will fall to the tail of the field. Your leader, the number 0 car, is Mark Dixon. 75 is Steve Weigel in second, Pat Garrett third.
He must believe what he does.
30.
Todd Roncaglione, the 0. The 4
Green checker.
is got a mirror full of Steve Weigel. Both feature winners the last 2 weeks here. Green flag's out. Down the front straightaway, into 3, or into 1. Weigel on the top side, Dixon on the bottom. Here comes Garrett on the bottom trying to take away the second spot. Checkered flag up and out for your winner of tonight's main event. Mark Dixon. Pat Garrett's going to come in second. Steve Weigel sideways for third. What an end to tonight's main event.
track I go.
Well,
Yeah.
he locked up down there on Stone, but they said Eddie helped him, and he's in the infield.
10 other winners. Jack Wall Trading Master's done. Oh, my.
We've got one more ticket, baby.
Now, truthfully, did I?
Yeah.
The way they talked last night, yeah, the drivers talked like they wanted to win.
Get better. He ain't gonna have no sport classes if he doesn't.
Actually, in regards to what I
Another Brian Rush, row 3 inside of Mitch Gillen in the 5. John Powell in the 01. Racing Ray Shaw in the 15.
that one car must have been out.
25, Gary Nollinger. Number 3, Tommy Powell. 95, Steve Fletcher. 2, Tim Marty. 13, Terry Yater, or 44, Terry Yater. And the 13 car is Rick Yater. Leads them to the pylon. Here we go in the stock cars.
We didn't have one that went Dan or something, did we?
What's that? No, that's the guy making a tape.
Zachary likes Jimmy. She's cute. Have you seen her? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, seen a lot of her in sections that way.
Yeah, did you want a picture of her? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And they had the t-shirt signed by her. Oh, yeah.
Side by side for the 4th spot, John Powell on the inside, Ray Shaw on the outside for overlapping. We're at the halfway mark. Your leaders, Brian Probst, Brian Schaefer, Mitch Gillen. Ray Shaw going to hold him off for 4th. John Powell 5th, Steve Thomas 6th.
It's just like gum.
Yeah, it is. They do have that up.
It's so long.
That 25 just hammered on that 11. John Powell now drives to the bottom of the track as Mitch Gillen slides up into the marbles.
Look at his car. Stan.
Move, buddy, move. Contact on it. Caution flag falls for Tim Marty's number 2 car. He rights it. Well, track crew's got the needle and thread out, and they're going to try to sew that nose piece back on John Powell's 01.
And we look like colored people. And that black clay. Oh my goodness, I could not believe that. I saw a shirt where it said, somebody made 8,900.
5 laps to go this time by Brian Probst heading to the bank, and it's a race for second.
I forget who the stock car driver was. Anyway, some man had a t-shirt.
of our own choosing, I don't think. 2 laps to go this time by. The race is on for second as John Powell trying to take it away from Brian Schaefer, side by side into 1 and off of 2. Schaefer just won't go away, neither will Powell. They come to the line still side by side with a white flag out. Brian Probst down the back straightaway for the final time, into 3 and off of 4. The race is for second. Your winner, the 33 of Brian Probst. Here they come for second spot. It's going to be John Powell by half a car over Brian Schaefer, Mitch Gillen, and Steve Thomas.
Yeah, just tonight. Got a big crowd.
13, 10, 49, 57, J3, 215.
I had a 44, not a 49.
But this is 4 in a row.
You have really got this place still to go. Congratulations, Brian. Thanks, Steve.
Your hiking
Give my hand, Brian Post.
Right, they said hot dog and a red pop.